Hey guys, I'm back for my second YouTube video, and I'm doing this one today, even though I did my other one yesterday, because I'm bored and I have a good idea for this one. And this one is about my father abandoning me and my mom, and just how he put me through things over my life. And because for me as a father for me is someone that's supposed to love you for who you are, be there for you, and not criticize you about your hair, about your weight, about anything really. He's supposed to love you for you and not be a bully on like your classmates or people at school. To me that's what a father is, not a bully. And that's how he was, basically. He left us when I was just a baby. He technically cheated on my mom with another lady, and he treated my cousins better than he treated me, because he basically just left without no hesitation, without thinking what it would have done to me. And it hurt, really, and it still does. But I forgave him because I don't want to hate my father my whole entire life. And for me, if I have kids, I don't want my kids to hate their grandfather. I want them to get to know him. I want them to know him for the wonderful father I want him to be, or the wonderful grandfather I want them to know him for. I don't want them to hate him like I hated him. And I just don't want to hate him. And then afterwards, if he dies, I will regret it. And that's why I forgave him a few days, like I think it was a few days before I put my first YouTube video up. And like just thinking a lot about like all the tough things I've been through in my life, I thought maybe like these YouTube videos will help other people that are going through the same things with like bullies or their fathers. And I'm blabbering on now. But yeah, basically my father has never been there for me. And when he was there, he was always criticizing me. He was always a bully and never a father. The only father figure I had in my life was my grandfather. And he was always loving and supportive of me in some of my actions. He did not like it when I tried committing suicide all the time, when I felt like dying. And that was understandable in his opinion, because I was just a mess when I was that person. But I changed a lot over time in my middle school and high school years, because I hate seeing my mom cry, and I hate seeing my grandfather like that, because he is more of a father figure than my own father is, and I don't want to see any of them hurt because of my actions. And so I'm getting off topic. And so basically every single time my father will come into my life, he'll either criticize my weight, my looks, because I had short hair when he last saw me, he called me a boy, he called me fat. I hit him. I think I remember I hit him because he told me I was getting as fat as my mom. I did not like that one bit. No one makes fun of my mom like that, not even him. And that's why I went off on him. I even told my mom, and she went off on him. And and the only reason why I had short hair when he last saw me, it wasn't the very last, but it was like a couple years ago, like in 2017. But I donated my hair to cancer research, and I was happy I did that because for me it means that donating your hair, it means I could help someone. I could help a family and their family member that has cancer. I could help them live. And at that time I was suicidal, and I loved people besides myself. I did not care about me. I loved other people. Like, I cared for people. I loved doing things that will help other people. And that I was wanting to do. I didn't care if I looked like the boy. I didn't care about anything. I didn't care if I would get bullied or anything. Because I knew I was doing something that will make that person's family so happy that it made me happy. It made me feel like I was in heaven. It made me feel like I was doing so good. It made me feel like I felt so proud to be who I was. Like, I love doing that, and I would do it again when my hair grows out longer again. And I actually shaved off my head, all my hair, and now it's growing out again. That's why it's short like this. Like, for me, I don't care if I look like a boy. I don't care if I have short hair. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't care if my dad calls me a boy. But I love who I am, and he can't take that away from me. But if you make fun of my mom or any of my family members of their weights, we will have issues, and he knows that. And he knows how I feel about his hurtful words, because they hurt me very much. Because him calling me a boy when I know I'm beautiful for who I am, and I know I'm perfect. Everyone's perfect in their own way, but we do make mistakes in our life. Like, for me, I've done mistakes in my life, and I regret them till this day. But I try to make it up till this day to make these videos to show you that dying is not the answer. That dying is not the answer, and to try to and I try to be there for you guys, so you guys could try to be there for other kids or other adults that are like this, that have been through these tough situations in their lives, so you guys could be there for them. Because everyone deserves someone that cares for them, or that deserves to feel like they're noticed and not feel like that they're alone. Because my dad basically was basically like more after me, and he made me feel like I was alone. Because he didn't do anything right, and I just felt like I was doing everything wrong with him. He wanted me to be perfect. He wanted me to have long hair, and wanted me to be like my cousin Ashley, who graduated college, who has a job, an amazing job, but I'm not even out of high school yet. he literally compared me to my cousin. And I'm not even out of high school yet. And that really hurt me because she's like in her 20s and I'm 17. Which that sucked. But I still want a relationship with him, and I did talk to him about those hurtful words. But I told him if he makes a mistake again, it will be the end of our relationship, because I don't need that from my own father. Because I already had enough of getting picked on, of getting made fun of. But I get through it because I go to therapy, I write songs, I write poems to get my feelings out, I write stories, like, I do things to get my mind off of being depressed, of trying to not feel like suicide is the answer, and you guys should do the same. And I know I'm getting off topic, but I try to put suicidal in every single video, because I don't want you guys to feel like that suicide is the answer to every single thing. But back to the topic. But yeah, basically my dad lied to me, because my dad basically lied to me my whole life. Because my dad will promise me things and never got them, and he will make my mom tell me things that will make her the bad guy, and I always thought she was the bad guy, but he was the bad guy. And later on, when I grew up, I figured out that he was the bad guy all along, and then he just became a really bad person, because with the bullying and calling me a boy when I had short hair, even though I did something good, calling me fat, like, I just couldn't take it, and I kicked him out of my life for a little bit, or for a while, these till this just split up. And one day, it was Christmas Eve, or Christmas, actually no, it was Christmas Eve, he decided to show up unannounced, and guess what happened? He showed up unannounced, and we were asleep, and well, of course, he asked us to go out to breakfast with him, and he's asking me, how come you're not eating that much? And I'm like, I'm not hungry. I don't eat that much. And he's literally telling me, you need to exercise more. You need to get healthier. You need to get more active. And I'm like, and I just want to really yell at him, because I'm already healthy. I don't need to get more healthier. If he's telling me to lose my stomach, to get skinny, I don't need to lose my stomach. I'm happy the way I am. But that's not the only thing that ticked me off, because of him calling me fat. The other time, saying I was getting as fat as my mom, and my bullies saying I was fat and ugly and all of this other stuff, I was basically starving myself. And yeah, that's why I only ate a little bit of breakfast. I try to eat a decent amount a human should eat, but my stomach is used to not eating as much because I was basically starving myself. And my next video will be about my eating disorder. And so yeah, he was saying you should eat more, and I was like, I'm not hungry, and my mom was there and she wanted to go after him because I started crying, and he was like probably he was just staring at me like, why are you crying? And because my eating just that happened because of him and my bullies, and if it wasn't because of him calling me that, it probably would not have happened because I didn't let my bullies get to me. But he's my own father, and he called me that. That got to me, but not the bullies, because I let it slide because I know I would not ever see them again. By my own father calling me that, I knew I would always see him, and I knew he would always judge me about being a little bit chubby and not being skinny, about having like fat on my bones or something. He always wants to be perfect, but I'm never perfect for him. But I'm always perfect for me. I'm happy being me. I'm happy being a little bit chubby. But for him, it's like, no, you need to eat more. You need to exercise. You need to do this and this and this. It's like, nothing makes him happy. Everything that I do never makes him happy. Or at least before. At least now, since we're trying to be in each other's lives, he's trying to get used to, he's trying to adapt to the process of me trying to forgive him and try to accept that I want him as the father that I need him to be, not as a bully. And he understood that, and I hope soon I will get my father back, like the father that I need, the support that I need from him, because I just really need him as a comfort zone and not as a bully that I can't stand to be near or to talk to. Because I think I already told you guys in the first video, but he was one reason why I tried killing myself. And so, yeah. And that's not good for you trying to kill yourself because of your father. And I know that, but I changed, and me being like, I want to die because of my father, that's not going to happen again. I don't know why I just like giggled. I'm so crazy right now. I don't know why I just said that. Oh my god. Yeah. So I will get to you guys in the next video because I'm going to end it here. So bye guys, I'll see you in the next video about me talking about my eating disorder. I hope you guys like that I'm trying to tell you guys about my stories and my life lessons that I learned over my 17 years. And if you guys want to comment if you guys want to comment down what kind of like suggestions you want me to talk about, or just want to talk to me about things, or just a Q&A, like, this is my first thing, this is my first time doing this, so I don't know this. Put down in the comments whatever you guys want me to talk about, because I have so many stories to talk about. So, and subscribe too. I will really appreciate that. I love you guys. Bye.